The Lord came to send fire upon the earth. Luke 12:49. And through participation in this fire, he makes divine not just the human substance, which he assumed for our sake, but every person who is found worthy of communion with him. Gregory Palamas. Actually, Saint Gregory Palamas. Wow. So we know the second time around the Lord will bring fire upon the earth. And through participation in this fire, he makes divine, not just so the human substance, which he assumed for our sake, but every person who is found worthy of communion in him. I mean, that's pretty strong. It's pretty much, well, in a sense, it's Revelations in a nutshell. And actually, well, the first book of the New Testament in a nutshell, which is Luke. Yeah, I mean, he definitely came to send the fire upon the earth, which could be interpreted as wrathful, which a lot of the Protestant and some Catholic facets, I guess, like to do. But more so, it's a holy fire. It's something we call the holy fire of orthodoxy. I know it's one of those things where every Easter they take it to Jerusalem and have it become in communion with the Easter celebration. And he made the human form. He sanctified the human form, being full God and full man when the incarnation of Christ came down to become obviously in communion with us and reveal to us through God's revealed theology in Jesus Christ that we are of his image, his substance, his energies. Well, not God's energies, but we come from God, and we come from his uncreated blessings and uncreated light and uncreated, and as an extension of that, God's grace, God's willingness for us to be one with him, and that fire that came down and made us divine in communion with God. So he assumed it for our sake and for our own salvation. That would make it that we would be in that participation. And when he assumed it, he found us, and he found us worthy of being in communion with him. So through his son, we were able to realize that. And once again, another theme, as St. Gregory Palamas points out, is the theosis, is the essence and energies distinction. And fire, of course, is an energy. It also is an essence, and it gives way to what we're able to achieve when that theosis is reached, and when or how we are in communion with God and what he offered through the eternal Logos and through what Jesus Christ offered to us and was able to sacrifice for us when that, well, through that participation and through that divine he sanctified and edified the flesh.